Politics and sport, I'll say this. That is not the important part. The important part is going into the booth on the day and putting the X beside the L.
But that's you're right. I agree 100%.
Campaigning up and down pan bus, doing this and this, that, and the third is really not.
That is based on money.
That's not the important part.
Anybody with their center,
mass meetings will be kept.
Constituency. Yes, we
for those who want mass meetings will be kept. You know, soon get mass meeting or mass rally. You will not get it for a prolonged period of time, but you will get it.
Yeah, they will get it.
It's not going to go
on. My concern is that sometimes we don't understand what PNP, but PNP understand. What they may pass on PNP live and they must say, man, the PM now, but I with no big campaign this time. I might do it the other way around. Then even so when I call the election, even I go on a half a try in constituency, I go call it.
This campaign is a bigger one. They realize that campaign and what you do. You understand?
Sheikha said something earlier that I think is very important and we must not overlook. Talking about getting a big percentage of the undecided. And I did hear I did see Thaddeus texting about it in the comments about getting the undecided. Whether you believe it or not, the undecided aren't won on elections, meaning the boss and the heap of it. No. What the undecided is won on is policy and works. That's what moves them, not crowd and vibes and nice. What moves them is the policy directive, the work. And I will give you one such example. When the 1.5 was announced and the PNP, of course, and I bring it down. No, the undecided and the middle class knew that it would have benefited them and gone with it. And that's what we should focus on. Focus on putting the work out there. The work already being done. What is to come or what is being done right now, we have too much to campaign on to be focusing on what PNP is doing. We cannot campaign as the opposition do. No, we cannot.
What they campaign, what they know them things to do now is to thief the election, but this time here, it's not right. The police that force are really quick to work.
The reason why I came on this platform about 2 months or so, or 3 months, is because I needed to appeal to the undecided, the middle class who continue to benefit from government policy and keep failing us when election day come. If you listen to all my message, they are the ones that I'm appealing to mostly. Because as I said, we know where the borders, where the lines are.
But you know what, to me now I left out nobody do.
No, we're not leaving out anyone. We're not leaving out anyone.
We're not leaving out anyone, but we have to wake up their consciousness and let them realize.
But listen to this, politics. I don't know, but with the amount of work, the level of pride and proudness I feel that I actually stand up and support Andrew Holness and been a supporter of him since we come to the realization of his potential. I am very proud. I don't need no guessing up if come up on here and come talk, you know. I don't need nobody to tell me, say, listen, I don't know if y'all notice, I haven't seen like the between for the rest of the week, I don't really come on as often. But on Wednesdays and Thursdays, I come on as much as I possibly can because those 2 days are my day off, back-to-back day off. For the rest of the time, work and family life kind of have me. Nevertheless, me do squeeze in times, especially at the late night when I come in and come do this. I'm not doing it because I'm being paid. I'm doing it because when me look at the works, transformation of Jamaica, me no need no $5,000 to come do this.
You understand what $5,000 is what? You, your child, your grandchild, your great-grandchild, $5,000 can't stretch so far.
We have to get real and think and talk about the benefit of Jamaica. Too many times people have been looking personal benefits. I'm sorry. And it does not help anything. It doesn't help anything. What is better is to have a better country and a better economy, have a more educated society. That's how we will prosper as a nation. Because $5,000 might give you a 5 minutes of prosperity. But what about a lifetime of prosperity for your children and your grandchildren?
But Travis, that money that they get an election day for those who want to sell, they get it every month or more through
Yeah,
the
but
party
when I
program.
think in a Kingston 11, me agree with 100%. Me agree with Travis, me agree with Lasika. But when me not even want to call no name, but when you hear people come on the live and
No,
talk,
politics talk because what let me tell you, talk candidly. You know why? Me not hold no malice and no grievance with anybody. And because if me come out here and challenge your perspective and your point of view with facts and a backing argument and you're upset over it, really there's a problem with you and not with me.
yeah, me understand and me respect that. But what me I said, Travis, enough time me go up on the road and even in my constituency, I miss some young youth. I may talk to them about politics. And basically, them at them, me have to get one change if I want 10,000. Nobody can get my vote.
Why is that? Why is that politics? Why
Because
is that?
it's a practice from the other side.
Very, very good, JB.
Always have a shirt.
Very,
When I'm a
very
shirt,
good,
I'm a
JB.
shirt. I'm shirting it.
Guys, let me ask you something. I don't know practice, generation change. If you no slow and look into it. Everything now is about money. The younger generation, once it's not about money, they're not interested. None at all. So people school I tell you say now school education never makes sense over money. They say fully done some money. It's just a mindset, brother. That's all I mean.
When you go spend the money, you're going to fix
Fully
it.
done and money is early grave, you know.
But they don't care about that.
But
They
then me I
don't
tell
care.
some young
Listen,
people, say me I carry the caretaker come meet them. Making care money card. Nobody now get my vote. And me I say,
Alright then.
young,
Alright then.
So this is why it's
Politics, you
important.
should just, well, on the Kingston level, you should just go up on your phone, take them to birth and see if they're on the voters list. Because none of them here talk about
no
them
man,
want
them
10,000.
no,
They're
them
not on
one
the
them
voters
on the
list.
voters
So anybody come,
No man, them me not tell about
you're sure they're not on the voters
me
list?
not tell about no eyeglass, me I tell about guy with a work. And that's a surprise me, because I like them.
Working, no say it up on the voters list.
Yeah man, them have them idea and good.
Okay, cool. But the first thing me I check if you're
I'm
the
really,
voters list.
me
But
still
no.
have no believe, so me give up with, and me I try to tell them the difference with the two government. Them in our constituency, and basically, them I use the bad MP to judge everybody, because MP do nothing in the constituency. Them I say when this one, if them get this one a chance, them just a winner and gone.
So this is why.
And me would tell them perception or not to get out on the head. Me say if they are working, me I tell them say the choices you make, choice 2 year time you good as all doing and work.
Boy, when
You have to make
Bridget,
yeah.
when me go up on my brother, them cause me have a few brother, and me I say, well, go out, did I go vote? Oh, but I go vote, me have to get money. And then guess what? One PNP man come there, somebody respectful, but him come there with film and ink up, finger ink up. And him I tell them, say, we don't go vote. Make them give you no money before we go vote.
I tell you, man.
And they talk about, oh, we don't go vote. Me have to get a run. Me have to run them to go vote.
I tell you, man, life mindset change in Jamaica, brother.
You sure them vote JLP?
Them not really like the other side, so them not go.
You know, say,
Jeremy, mute your mic.
Them not like
know-
the other side, so they not go really.
you know, say it's about a month now. Me I try. I smell the background noise.
Jeremy, mute your mic or
Jeremy,
mute
I
him
don't
now.
know.
Politics.
No, me
Mute
try mute,
Jeremy.
you know, sometime them turn off.
It's about a month now. It's
We'll
about
take
a
him down
month
then,
now.
yeah.
It's about a month now. Me I try go to Jamaica enough to go. Try educate people and sit now. Sometimes I long I look into it and I say, you know, say, you go get into a lot of arguments down there because the same thing like with politics I say. When you talk to them, I'm gonna tell you about money and I'm gonna turn it actually into an argument sometimes. I say maybe that's the reason why I'm not go till election ready for call. Because maybe I will get up in an argument with people.
No,
Because
go on to the
money
election,
is the order of the day right now.
You have to talk.
Nobody know no morals again, brother. No morals. Them
You have
listen
to
to
talk to them
God.
on the sides, because what you have to do, the first thing you have to try to do, get them to numerate. Get them to numerate. And you can't just go to them, tell them say numeration ID is not for politics. It's the ID that will do any business you have to do. And if you have a passport, you don't have to walk with your passport. You know, so you have to, some people feel like numeration is because of why. So I just tell them, so no, cut out that. It's an ID that anywhere. It's a government ID, a valid ID. So you need to numerate. So even if 2 days before election and they make up their mind, them can't vote. But if them don't have it and them even decide and say, right, yeah, them can't help themselves because them don't numerate. So you get them on the and then you can further after them vote now, then further on you encourage and talk to them nice and get them to the difference and let them know what life will be like.
Listen, you know, say me, I want a young youth to work with me. Couple weeks now. A couple weeks back, me said him home, you know, because of the same thing. Let me show you. Him come out as some PNP kind of
Can't tap up
background
the
kind of
screen,
thing,
share the live.
right? And me there and I slow and I talk to the youth and I show the youth.
Right, tap up on it now. What happened to it now? I can't tap up.
Me there I show the youth the 100 and show of the country when PNP did run it comparing to now. And you know when me look on the boy and hear the boy go up in his mouth and say, and Holness a thief. Me say, look, me tell you
Turn it
something.
on, pick up yourself.
You see Monday morning, don't come back here. Don't come back. Yeah, man. You fire him about 2 weeks now, man. You fire him, I swear to God. Because me tell you something. He coming like the man take up one big old knife and stab me right in my
Oh,
heart.
I just said that
swear to
to
God.
Sam, about after 3, I go to bed there because I don't really don't like, but Squitty, Sir Pernell Charles did dep on it. Pernell Cena did dep on it last
Me
night.
did I hear some of it last night when Japan
I mean, I tell you, say, them, you know, I hear how the PNP, them are quizzing man, like an interview in there, but one thing, him never back down, him strong.
Even the guy that come on and say him come to sign a paper and never sign it.
Oh,
And
that mad one there.
him come
The
with
man have a Pernell for 40 years.
yeah,
So
30
Pernell never sign on paper for him.
you get work at JLP. So when you come set and didn't know you.
You know, me I tell the man, they say even when the youth, me hear the youth minimum wage. I say youth, me drive a youth to back in at the, me say listen, minimum wage was $6,000. Minimum wage was $16,000. And it, you know, you listen man, they boy, me don't know that. I swear to God. Me tell them man 2 weeks now, that it the Thursday tell me that, me say Monday morning don't put your blood clot back here. I mean, know him go to gym because guess what? He know live far from my community. You know. Actually, me and him are so far family. You know. Me know say him go. He probably don't call down there and tell him say me fire him because of politics and what. So me know the backlash when me go to Jamaica, but me no care because we can't sit down and I show you the difference.
Oh.
And the boy could have something like that out of him out.
Yeah.
Me not
We
blame
don't
you,
know. When me say to him, say, all right, just give me one reason why you think PNP is better. He don't have a reason. He just a go tell me where, but I go cost the prime minister. Look here, man. Before I'm all right, I know me they are struggling, okay. I mean, I the only work I did have, because the other one, they gone to Jamaica for a month before last and not come back. I me decide to make you work kill me. Me decide to make you work kill me, man. Me say, me
They
not
say you
come
wrong
back
at
and get
politics.
class.
Somebody say you wrong.
Me know say me wrong for do. Me no know, sir. Me no think me wrong.
You don't wrong. You
Me
don't
no think
wrong.
me wrong.
You don't
Me
wrong.
no think me wrong.
You don't
Me a
wrong.
suffer. Me a suffer the consequences. Me not
Don't
tell you
wrong.
no like all yesterday a
You
two
don't
transmission
wrong.
me put in and he broke me back for do it. But
You
boy,
you don't wrong.
me say if them me say come like a man stab me with a big knife right in my heart. I tell you the truth.
Oh, he must feel away, Sam.
In about the place, he tell you some bridging on, so me hear them pass here what they say. Me take politics too serious and all of that. But me say, boy, I never know. But same thing me I got caught up in when me go to Jamaica. So me I say me don't know if that's the reason, but I've been trying a month now. Actually, Sunday I'm a date, I'm a ticket, I'm a date for go. And me have go to airport tomorrow go extend my ticket for another go further because it work still there for me. But me I say I must see a reason because maybe me I go down there and caught up in an argument over this
Sam
politics
say
thing.
fire, man.
Yeah, man, me running man. Me tell him don't come back Monday morning. I tell you now, as I sit down here, so me I tell you.
Me would have fired him to Sonny.
Yeah,
Sam.
man.
You
You
don't
know if the
you
boy
know,
is long and say to you see every boy is long and say to me, say some boy, you know, say a PNP yard me grew up in and he hard
Yeah.
Baby me could but you see when the boy go open his mouth and criticize the prime minister. Me say me can't have you around me. Me not go comfortable with it at all. No, sir. Right now, me couldn't be prime minister in a car. Me feel like me da victimized. Me couldn't be Andrew to blood play. That's how me can.
me support you 100%. If him no have your morals and your ethics, me and him can agree.
No,
So
me
me
not
can
go
go on.
comfortable with him there.
Yeah, me not comfortable with him either.
Somebody
How would that, John?
Not even a place me would go with me and your family.
Right
not-
now,
me
me
not
think
come
to
here.
myself, sir.
Sam,
No.
give us the man in work, man.
No, sir.
Me don't want him, man. I go to Jamaica soon, so me don't want him. Me I go and struggle out the couple days. Me I go extend my ticket to next week and go and struggle now. Me soon gonna fuck him, man.
This man never
I
say
want
anything.
him. Yeah?
No, you did such tribal Kingston.
No, man. You can support the party, you know. But if you talk foolishness,
Yeah,
then
man.
no, it no make sense. Anybody
The boy
can
go
support the party.
open him,
Me
but
know
The
British
foolishness,
that.
say that.
Me
me
know
not go
British
entertain it.
I could have understand
And,
if he show me
and you
say,
have to
boy,
chop your own way.
you understand he grew up. I mean, no, say PNP place in grew up.
And
But me I try show him the difference and the reason why. You know, but the boy got take it too far. If he go call the prime minister name. After me just show him this is what it was. This is sufferation. Cause I'm a young boy for me, you know, me twice in age. You know. So me I show him what it was when we grew up and what things was and what it is now. And you know the only thing he have to out of that now, so we couldn't manage him better. Me tell him say no come back.
But God, that's when me telling you, know, so we have to know where as the work. We can't, me not say we don't know how to go on, but the work not easy. When I see Mr. Senior come on live and say, him two boy we always a vote for Labour. Come and say, them not vote for them this time.
You see how they mess up there now.
I didn't get trick, huh?
in a political environment like Jamaica, me I put them out, you know.
Nobody
I
just
don't know, Mr. Senior.
anybody in my
No
mind.
wrong to the party.
You see the lie, the
Politics.
propaganda where PNP
If I'm my house, me I put them out.
Yeah,
You-
straight.
you
I
see-
tell them that's anybody from us.
You see the
Yeah, man.
you see the lie and the propaganda where they spread from last year coming and me can't tell you say it's soaking at some people, you know, brother. Remember me tell you that. Cause some people literally don't have no reason to not vote, you know. They see the work are going. Just because they hear that the rumor is as if he do something to them. Me I tell you.
But Sam, if you have sense, you have to say the rumor is not true.
Why they
And
not care if you find out
so for
again?
you to genuinely think it is true, your ability to reason and logic is poor.
Well, why
It is
the
poor,
PNP?
and
But
that
we
is the
prove
honesty
that.
of all of it.
We prove that so they ability prove. Not all
Yes.
PMP, but I believe that half of the PMP they low when it comes to reasonability. They understand it.
No, and that is why you can't convince them anything. You can't convince them.
Oh, that election, we have to turn it strength on it.
The Prime Minister said that to us many times. We have to be on top of our game. And we have to keep preaching the good.
Look at from every angle when you look at it, from me born. I mean, say me don't even know why people believe I go on like say we are tell lie. After the scale of what I go on right now.
You
In Jamaica.
understand?
Me never even see quarter hit, brother.
Not even, I'm gonna tell you, the people them are not stupid. I know.
Yeah, Paka,
Donovan Williams go assault in our work, so I'm gonna go work. Him go work, you know. People not so stupid. A few little one they were stupid.
Why a holy party man?
Paka, go on.
Yes,
Brother, come on for PNP Wi-Fi. The internet.
Alright. Yeah, no start.
We are here now, go on.
jump off. And maybe the internet kick him out.
The man in the internet. And a first country in the
Somebody can tell me, ask my question. Somebody can tell me what happened when I can't do no taps. Every time from me I try taps from me, say me know me I try taps. Nah. Not
Just
good.
try go different places on the screen and you might pick up. You might come through.
Try the what?
Try go to different places and
No.
sometimes the usual place you can't it not go off. We need to have that problem too.
Yeah, but since morning when Andrew did I do there's something that I did on the screen. I see him place me tap on it for you same way.
Just try a different section.
But me notice my compound from me say my compound.
Rona said pure shot of fire. Which one that?
Which
And
part?
why?
Where that?
See in the comment, Rona.
Let me see.
Pure shot of fire.
She says, Rona, like the lie. Which part is there?
1, 2, about 3 from bottom, 4 from bottom.
I see it.
Canala chica.
Big up Black King, big up yourself.
Oh, Black King, okay. I see it, Wilson Janet.
Anyway, guys, I go kind of get busy now, so I go jump off.
Yeah, man, big up yourself.
Take care of yourself.
Glad to see you come back, man.
Oh.
You know, say me sometimes me not tell you no lie. Me can't bother the back and forth with PNP. So me just
Politics.
Things on 11.
What,
Thank
what?
you.
Yes.
Me just left Portmore.
Bless.
Yes, me.
You go live?
No, me try one
Yeah,
of that
for
time.
YouTube and TikTok.
Live, I don't know.
We want to get no sign up and send the rose. Them know. God.
Hold on, guys. How was it?
The PNP then come out, Fitzjackson send out some people to me.
Yeah,
But the Prime Minister, we would have called it shade him 2 times.
Yeah?
What do you mean shade?
People. So in shade him 2 times, brother. What do you laugh? And just say those people come out to blow horns and make noise because the road is fixing and they are celebrating a wonderful project, Mr. Nufra.
Right? You don't pay from early and come out the consume up the whole place.
Oh, you know, so some people are not sure. Why would I gallant? So when
How them not used to it?
Me not go for the bridge.
second game pick on.
They used to when the crocodile had screw up in them backyard.
When they? Boy!
So that's our Spark Road we finish.
Yeah?
It a go start.
You know, finish it just a break ground, it just a go start.
Okay. I'm glad that we might show up fit Jackson.
Hopefully that road can done in the next 3 or 4 weeks. How long it for?
You know why fixers them a shut themselves out there, look more them go talk say a them. Him, why come a
You
him.
say they out there blow on and make pay nice eyes and disrespect a shot while I come here to one of them people right it.
We force the president to come out here and do this work because we want you know to own it.
No, me not try look for the Prime Minister page and couldn't find it, you know.
I mean, those people are sick, man.
Yeah, you have it on video info?
It's over YouTube.
Okay, all right.
Come on, for
We're
this.
not turning on them, you know. We're turning on the Prime Minister's speech because I don't have no megabyte waste from people who not gonna.
Okay.
Watch out, Mr. Me, the people them one bag nice back you. But them disrespectful for you.
Brother, I don't megabyte waste for the people, brother. That's a total megabyte and them are make nice and them are disrespect people and I call people out sort of name. And
Yeah, them man, they're watching. They're watching the start, man.
And the police run them, you know. The police run them and then come back. Then I'm not ashamed. Police run me and me come back. You must, man.
Some of the dirty people, them man.
Them out nasty. They talk so nasty sitting out there, see, brother. And a big woman them, you know. Big woman them. Some big woman. We are grand picnic do it.
People them people, man. They tell them.
And Fitz Jackson now said, okay, respect the office of the Prime Minister. When they have different political, somebody come respect the office. He now say it in front of him play politics too. I thought about time come. But I true dab the opponent. If I mean dab, me not perfect talk. I true dab near Fitz Jackson opponent. That's what I just thought. Me can't tell anybody that. That's the truth. People don't want to hear the truth. Because some candidate make you not have no time to talk and talk fuckery. You tell that. If I did different candidate, you wouldn't have said you had on the road, you'd have run up and down all over the place. You would have respect. You would have respect, I tell you that. You wouldn't need to start talk about time come. If I some candidate have them money and are robbing me real way, you wouldn't do that. Just the truth. You wouldn't do that. So you see, when the candidates are weak, then get more room for the foolishness. That's why politics have its dynamics. So you put people who can tie down certain people in a seat and make them move around. Just like how you see Rodan and McDonough and Mitchell can move on fine. You know? So heavyweight. When you see when the guy over there south Northwest Manchester, when Damian Young, Michael Phillips can't go nowhere. You say to them. You put in strong candidates to make them can't move around and do nothing. You have a candidate in seat and walk. All them time under 5 gradation and 4 gradation.
You're right. So even if you're not going to win, you pressure him.
You pressure him. You pressure him. In Fitz Jackson not getting no pressure. You show up all 6, 7 gradation on him. 9, you yarn him a rub shoulder gradation. You have to know the dynamics of the politics. You allow him to a roam too free and a create problem. That means you allow him for a roam too free.
Yeah, man, you're right. You're right.
But that expose another side of Fitz Jackson, you know.
And Fitz Jackson come in our whole vehicle. The man we have in our business long time I take money.
Any money not done, man?
Money can't done.
Any money done, man?
He say Mr. Reputable lawyer.
Yeah, but you have him winning.
Wait, you know. Alright, look on that. Look on this a Vassal. Vassal make this a man I can't go nowhere now. Vassal make him it's the right thing, don't look. Me not look on them, you man. Me go turn on 9 megabyte and put on them, you're crazy.
Info, when you look for new, I think new with their graduation like trouble.
Like trouble.
Man,
Like
everybody wants him to come at graduation.
Everybody wants him. Hey, me say this morning we go on him on TikTok page every minute of graduation.
And you know, Azan can make a proper speech, right?
No, he can't make a proper speech. Newbie is a rare political find like Shahini. May I tell people like that? He is a real political find and he will create wonders for the party. Just wait till he settle in a parliament. Newbie alone can give a 5th term. May I tell you, I don't joke. Him alone can have a political knowledge. You don't know where he get it from. Him alone can give a 5th term. Newbie, may I tell you. And Delano, worse Delano. Them a crafty politician, young politician when they think outside of the box. People may think what info I talk about. You have to know who is it. You know when they run off, I said to them on my YouTube live, tell Dunkley not to challenge Newbie. They must say, we can do it. I said, no understand who is Newbie. He is a well-loved youth and he born with a political sense. Nobody don't have. The young youth are going to flap himself and damaging political career. Just make Dunkley don't back out of the challenge and then force a little boy in a challenge almost 500 votes. You can't. When I tell people think they feel yet to get them in politics.
Yeah.
I'm not yet to get them here. Tell them the truth, the raw truth. So they cannot tell the youth say, don't challenge Newbie. Just back out and make it process and then keep in political career. He make you lose by almost 500 delegates. That's something of foolishness. He could have avoided. May I tell you? Newbie them.
I know that's true. And if you step up, me did believe saying if you step aside,
you shouldn't put one political loss on a name like that. You understand? An internal loss not good for you, you know. You have to be good to rally back, you know. Alright, look on Dr. Christopher Tufton. He lose by 13 votes over St. Elizabeth and then go back, but lose in a runoff again and a party have to say, see one seat here. You have to understand. You so they continue.
Well, you know, I remember that thing about the runoff there.
Them have to know what them do as a young youth. They not teach youth, not make youth realize you cannot don't lose on a runoff. You can't start your career with a loses, but you back out. And you can't tell them, hey, Newbie go ahead, and then start cussing and you me just let's write this one. Because you know more than them. Me know Newbie backative. Newbie have the most powerful backative in the Jamaica Labour Party right now. I like me tell politics.
Yeah man, big.
Big. Saying couldn't lose a runoff. They're big. People not Newbie backative no normal no people. I'm not stay there.
Somebody say man I'm say about when Newbie just had the first meet, Newbie keep about somebody said my picture about 16 BMW park up there.
Oh, me don't talk. Tell him again.
That boy rest I carry them in just the BMW them.
So when me I tell them say look now, when we are do internal politics, we know who we must attack and who we can win. Him a boy where he have done so much work for the party and work with. No people never know. Did they know that when Dr. Chang lost to Christopher Tufton for deputy leader in 2008, and Newbie was Dr. Christopher Tufton campaign manager? No people never know that day. You know? No people never know that day. Yeah.
Yeah, man, a brilliant young guy. Might have a bright future now.
Very bright future.
I got a bright future. Mark, so you did
what you do? Find yourself an art school. Yeah? Alright. Come on, little boy, why pick your glass from your things so you find yourself for an art school.
Exactly. Mark,
find yourself for an art school because wiping a glass, that not that art. Wiping a glass, that art. You must understand. What you need from Mark Nation?
Have nice, you know.
Big up yourself, man. No, me never the hardware of Portmore, so man. Me not pick up some material about boss, me pick up.
What? You bingo?
No, I didn't know so a real G, man. I'm to you.
What we just left
We are them labor right there, we say we not vote,
We just left Portmore.
you know. Yeah, man, me that Portmore, man. Them just info I go on, man.
Okay.
Urban Center on the week, yeah. And Freshers Land is Sunday again. You know, info good there, Freshers Land Sunday.
You Andrew over there?
No. No.
Mackenzie, man, you're close to meeting, man. Desmond Mackenzie workers meeting, man. Freshers Land Sunday I come. Listen, me a deal. I want to know info on politics, you know. You see, you know, be well on this. Yeah. Remember, you know, you see, you be. You say no for the JLP aspirant and them like Xavier Man, Nesta, and the whole of them. I am bring the.
Which part of Mobile?
I mean, when them the punk camp, I'm past experience, nobody behind the scene, long time I work. Huh?
Hold on the Mark Nation. Politics, which part of Mobile the Prime Minister this Sunday?
Yeah.
No man, that must be a Christian.
A Christian meeting Sunday?
Yeah.
Send the posters down, man.
Me not get to it. Me not know me not posters.
And based on the letter that I received.
That's right, I keep fee meeting Sunday.
So that's about
Yeah?
oh, that's
Yeah. That West.
Me no know.
Down to where the housing contracts.
But politics. You may say no. Arjun Marks have Valentina win and I need regular already and in the race to start go yet. The man get him covered already. Like him have him lose already and not started for him down there. Those the one shall give you 50 water towards that. Message on the MP shall own resources shall use, you know, and shall give you 50 tank. Him of course like a madman. On the road, I hear info say it. I see it. I say watch out, brother, you're mad.
yeah man, me say she got to work today. How would I? Yeah, na pressure, Mark, he crowd when you see. Cause guess you know what him be doing? Him be doing one out of two of them get him. Be doing the council or the principal get him. Cause him pick up say people him never really a go for none of two of them. So you see if him no understand say none of them a come, that's the time he get in code. Mark well him say him out do other thing. Guy, tap up his screen. Yeah man, Audrey Mark look like he's a very good. I don't know much about her, but she look like a very solid candidate where the people am happy with her. Which me never expect less. Cause we do that on I see it where. Come on, sir. Me know sir that me do yeah support PNP, but make we talk politics now. Save like how Sunday, let me tell you how me talk politics. If you ask me, some liberate will say Philip seat I go JLP have a chance in a Philip seat. Me I go tell them say not no go so. If them tell me say Fitz Jackson I go lose, me I go tell them say not no go so. But I see it like Manchester, where even when I take time passing best, still remain faithful and strong for the party. Not now go change Sanders. Not now go change. The thing where you can talk about are the battleground seat them. No, me never come and say Mikel are gonna lose. Me have to see that first. Because when me always look on in our constituency, the stronghold. The stronghold. You see, anytime one constituency have at least 2 stronghold, hard for you win. Because those stronghold, you know, as a JLP or a PNP, you know, able to campaign effectively. Because every year they go a PNP, year they go a JLP. So I know one where I go come say, oh, the person they go lose his seat. No. When I say that Sanders, I believe you know politics. But when you come on to Ajima, I win comfortable.
Politics.
Right thing, Solomon.
Appear. But I'm sorry for PNP still, because you know I go on tomorrow, Prime Minister there Portland tomorrow in a ground, you know. For the Port Antonio bypass.
Again?
Yeah, tomorrow. I'm busy. Yeah, in the tomorrow I'm going for the 81 million US bypass Port Antonio. So I'm more like him. I'm gonna give out some house to more likely.
Wow.
So
I want to know when him go.
More like about Friday or something. Because they name the George I keep him workers meeting down there now, but the Prime Minister so I keep him workers meeting Sunday. But the Prime Minister now. I'm pretty sure you see posters already. Warmington Wheatley, Tough Tony, like who was that down there? Someone else are down there. So yeah, look like say Prime Minister now come back till about maybe like Sunday night or something.
No man, him a Christian or Sunday. No, Timmy, no man, we are going to win the election. No doubt about that. Me say, I am not the one we are go say we are going to win certain seat. Me know the seat them where we are going to win. Personally, Juliet Holness, I go take back our seat.
So how much count you have about the things? Why your account?
My account now, me there 40 now.
That sound low.
No, when me see more, it can go up. But now me there 40 strong.
You can't still.
Remember now, Kingston, me not the area, so me not know what go on in a certain place. You understand?
Boy, Crystal, you gotta send the girl because when
No,
Crystal
man,
Lee,
no contest,
no, watch it, no, me talk about our candidate. Me I say when Crystal Lee beat her, that'll be the second seat she'll because she running at 2020, right? The
No.
girl, Maris, I never
No.
Maris.
Remember dating that she beat 2020.
No, me I talk Gabriela Maris, man. Gabriela Maris, the run a Montego Bay, you know, na 20, I think so.
No. Gabriel Gabriel get to see it by default now. Man, I did this saying I have a chance. So them just send her there for not for win, but for exercise our political muscle to see.
Me see bunting, and keep some taxi link up sat there, and then do a tire.
Come contact that pan life, Scotty. Could have gone say what seat we are gonna lose. But when we look
Politics, PNP them, like I say, PNP and people now look on politics different, you know.
No, I no fear.
The PNP them too, oh, they just talk about, oh, time
No,
come
I
and
know.
this, like. At 18 seat PNP now, me
I
not
say no buy no fear.
politics, that's smarter than me. That's smarter than, yeah. Like I say, them now, no, me not see 18 MP when I work, and plus we can pick up at least 2 of them sitting. So, me, actually, me personally, election night, me just want to say we reach 32 the first. That's it.
Yeah,
Any other seat after that?
Can I tell you, and that's my aim.
At the time I think, so this thing what people say, oh, 55, I'll win. Even if we win it by 1 more seat, I want us, so we continue the progress of the country. That time, you know, this 5, it good because certain laws, you know, like, you know, you can pass laws, anything that with the 2/3 majority. But my main thing is to read, we reach 30 on election night first.
Yeah, but
that's the main. Anything after that? Any other set after that? Yeah, would that be a plus?
That I gonna make me sleep good.
Good.
That
is it.
We reach it
32.
32.
Yeah. 30, yeah. So when people that's my goal election night. Soon as me see that election night good, me can say yes, Jamaica.
Yeah, man, I tell somebody that's my focus. If 52, if 50 that, and my focus that. My first focus is to reach
32 seats to get rid back in government.
Yeah.
Because right now, as it's standing right now in the politics, we're close to the 32 right now. If right now, I just see some seat right now kind of shake up, but right now we have about maybe at least 25 to maybe or 20 to 30, 20 to like 28 seats sure. But we know say yeah, them candidates they're in a good stand. We just see other one them sure, but. And this is why I say PNP tag hard for PNP win because right now
even them knowing it hard. Me not say it can't happen because I will not say that. But me not really see it. It's hard to see them, really hard to see them pull through this. And if them pull through, not only that, you know, we are talking about working government. We are talking about with crime down. Unemployed, we are talking about the different, because the health center, them amount of clinic, or secret stuff done.
No,
improve.
But clinic in a year constituency this week, Crystal Lee broke $800 million health center, and then next week also the Minard project them supposed to have broke down. So people are working on man. People all Bobby I won't pass, you know.
Bobby now lose. Bobby now lose, no Bobby.
Right now, team out the project right now, I come from Bobby side right now.
Bobby lose. Bobby go win big.
Me see PNP talk about slowly see that slowly winning see because the thing is, you know, all the thing we slowly have to do, you just have to be good on the ground. Because slowly is a working MP.
People, let me tell you how slowly move. But they may watch slowly live and in my road with them. And in the night, it look like I'm one in a drive and I got through and I say I test the road and when you look him on top all and shop and the man they're real politician.
Yeah.
Not just politician, people person. And you would have been so if really and truly slowly now win back. Election night, all of JLP win big. Slowly when you see it, mother feel away, honestly. If so,
how done now? Don't have any seat, you know. Don't have any seat because the Casseton and Richmond is too strong. And then
make a lot of improvement.
Yeah, and PNP now, them now.
But when I talk about, come on, Portland then a strong PNP seat. The 2 Portland seat is a strong PNP seat.
But even the seat that where Even the seat there was something they get all fly any Terlang. The thing you see East Rural you have couple members of parliament. You see after the Prime Minister wife win all this next election, it's a guy for PNP take all them a seat because them perform PNP them fly green them PNP now get back them a seat of now. You see teacher I make up some holy nice and
make up nice again. She flap out, I guess she have a meeting where 3 constituency come together. And Fly Green have one where him one and a big on it.
Evo, West Rural, Juliet Catbird. PNP, them think PNP, not PNP, no PNP knows them not have not the seat. Them just have it, them know them not have a chance in the seat.
No, Clarendon, I can't tell you.
And people, I mean politics. Okay, you know, a joke thing, you don't know about politics, man. Boy, I can't win.
As an can't win new.
You can't win, really.
The one up at me again, the one up where we have the lines there. May I get JLP the edge, but to be honest, you can go.
You need some work. Some work needed for the some work needed.
Yeah, man. You can, but me feel so the momentum at Clarendon, I go carry home. And so I don't know what you talk about.
You know, sleep and chill now because that a thousand margin in the last election and chin the man they come out the man they know because when he go to Central Kingston, he cut down the margin in this so honestly I would be surprised if I see the close and anything there. With politics, if election now we're gonna get some more surprises still, you know.
Yeah, man, all the surprise. No, I know them love civil, you know, because I go up there. When I go up there, Scotty, I may tell you, say, everywhere I go, I don't know if you know Brandon Hill, but I go Brandon Hill, Johnny Hill, and I never see that nowhere where like you go in a shop and you see shopkeeper in a armband. When you go in a shop and look around, if I see a Rasta with about 10 band on the hand.
See people about politics.
Yeah, big boss. So I go on.
Politics is funny, and you know that. You know that politics is funny, and people can be ungrateful sometimes. You understand?
I don't know about that.
And you have to, as you hear you say, you have to reason the politics. Fear the election is not a walkover for neither PNP or JLP. You know when you watch that election now, because most of the seats them, PNP have some strong seats that they are going to win, JLP have some strong seats. Seats to watch election night is the one between Favor Williams and Patricia, Peter King and Andrew Wife. That seat is a swing seat. Juliet and John Gordon. The guy they were named the two Price and Terrelang seats.
No, man, Terrelang move away.
No, hey, okay, them two, Juliet Holness wife, Prime Minister wife, and Juliet Cuthbert and Terrelang. Them them can't test.
Hold on, let me tell you, hold on.
Terrelang,
them people work.
That seat there, that seat.
Hold on. Okay, you're not wrong, you know. I'm not gonna say a safe seat, but if we are raising politics fear, and we see how Terrelang move, we see the number when a win in the last 2 elections when get
and Cuthbert Flint too.
We see him we see him increase in number, and I mean there's no reason it go down.
Politics. Remember 2020 election and you can't too bag.
No, but here why me I
a lot of PNP never voting up. 123,000 votes PNP lost.
But guess what? Him still remain strong. So and I like say, even though PNP never get the vote, him still remain strong, still get the 7,000.
Yeah, but I don't call that seat. But remember that Dr. Dawes will be beating Big Rob. Dr. Dawes will be beating Big Rob. I'm sure of that, right?
You're sure of that?
Yes, Patricia Charles is going to lose her seat. I'm
Well,
100% sure.
Me think Patricia gonna win back her seat. What you say, King?
She's going to lose.
Who?
Central
Listen.
Kingston going back to the PNP.
Which Charles him say? What
Listen.
him say about Patricia? Who?
Prenell daughter. Prenell Charles will lose East.
No. That the seat there. Okay, I mean,
Oh yeah.
like, when you read the politics, like,
make a reason politics. Make a reason politics.
How you read the politics?
Oh, look how the gang Morant Bay division the other day when we had the parish council and the PNP came out victorious with over 400 votes.
Hold on, but no.
We win by 50 something. 50 something we don't win
No
by.
man, I Clarendon they win by 50. But I feel no see that I feel no division that I have no stronghold. And we able to cut it down.
But that's not in politics. You know, saying at the 2020 election, we beat them now. You know, so we beat them in the division in the 2020 election.
Because PNP had a division in 2020 because you have the one PNP and the Rise at the time and a lot of PNP because remember when they do statistic PNP vote dropped by 123,000 and JLP
when you that's about
increased.
the local in a local, improving a local.
But local politics, local government from the first local government.
That one the last year different because who no come out to say which I know you'd be a man with no politics and I want to believe you're bright because that means you're a teacher, did a principal or something like that. You know that it was a referendum against the government. PNP want to prove a point. So them pull out all the stock. We don't know if it did in Jamaica, but them grown and them put up big stage. Them put up big stage all over the island.
Then that's politics.
Road tour all over the island. But if you do a tally of them vote, them not really move from 2020. So that is a worrying
But you
sign.
cannot watch you. As I'm saying, politics 2020 election was a pandemic election where a lot of people did not vote because the fear of their life, and a lot of PNP again take with themselves from voting because of the segregation in the party with Peter Bunting and Peter Phillips.
But
so you
that's what
can't
I say, but
reason politics that way, and some PNP stronghold seat that you won 2020 will be going back to the PNP because even slowly, seats show you. So the last two of the parish council seat.
So
you know,
we are look on it that way, you know. We are look on the local now.
From the day me watch local, anybody will come out the strongest in local always form the government. 1986. Well, I know. I'm talking and then you lies. 1986. Well, I'm talking and then you tell me say lie. 1986. Mr. Siaga lose the parish council election. 89 PNP won. All right. Then the rest of parish council PNP win go straight till they lost 2003 parish council election. Right. What happened after? What happened after? They lost.
The good thing about it, JLP didn't last this one, and JLP come out even stronger.
No, but PNP get the popular vote, and it was it was even Steven. Would you take a picture for JLP?
You don't say how much the election they are gonna find where PNP don't get the popular vote. Talk to me. How much the election they are going to find in Jamaica where people get the popular vote?
2020 we did not get the popular vote.
Yeah, because that was a wipeout, so we understand that. Remember when PNP would have a big garrison every day. Look, Mark Goal in constituency, Angela Brownberg.
We're not counting them in our politics, man. We're not counting garrison them in our politics.
But them put up the popular vote.
Yeah, but a years now, them a garrison them, and we not look on the garrison them now. We're looking at the
No,
seat.
but if you
the PNP wants
the garrison, most of the time you would have the popular vote.
All right, the PNP want 18
18 seats to form the government, and 18 seats are formed. Because when you check, let me reason now. When you look at St. Elizabeth, seats are to watch election night, you know, at St. Elizabeth, you know. Don't think that
we St. Elizabeth. Oi, no call St. Elizabeth now your mouth, because you don't get one seat down here.
you're talking politics of emotion, you know, and emotion don't run by it.
I tell you, no, I get one seat down here, so no call St. Elizabeth now your mouth. Not one.
Young man, we are not quarreling, we're reasoning. Please
no, you're not reasoning. I'm going to tell you, no call St. Elizabeth now your mouth.
You can't stop me. You can't stop me from calling St. Elizabeth.
No, win one seat down here. Not one. The one you couldn't win, the one you Mr. Slowly take over, we not get back.
So you're going to find out now? You will find out.
Yeah, but politics. We want to get back, but I will not. So we are going to swap with Barney for Black Monkey. Favor your ass. That not going to happen.
Politics.
So you just can't pack up and go.
Me just join. I knew you are there, but me just join in and I listen on the conversation. See it?
Yeah, man.
But based on where I don't get his name. He said the 18, eh?
Sanders.
Yeah. But based on where I must say, I must say them more 18, right?
Yeah, man.
But him confident say PNP are going to win. But when him to point out then, since him saying now push the Garrison, because I can't understand.
And well, we can't blame him, no, but we
no man, I make a point.
And if we go off
no man, that's why I said based on the PNP said him strong. But the point when I said him said don't check the Garrison. But if you are looking at popular vote, but you have to check the Garrison. Where the most of the vote come from.
That's where
Well, I have PNP. Most of the vote at the local government election and they gather over 20,000 votes at Portman alone. Because 200,000 people over there alone, don't? Out of the 12 counts on have, how much you get? You get 8.
Yeah.
So it go? All right. So then all you have to say then what you have to say then the popular
it's
not national. What on my brother? It's not a man. It's not a national the whole Jamaica on a swing and count the popular vote from me now. So you can't reason from popular vote. Because me say Miss Clinton Hillary win popular vote, but Trump win election. So popular vote not relevant, you're relevant because on that strive is spin if you say on a win.
The only time relevant star out like how the mayor get kin.
System we matter about
Jamaica.
Yeah,
because you have a tie.
We don't have Jamaica is first past the post.
Popular vote, but popular vote not relevant, brother.
Popular vote relevant. Jamaica is first past the post.
I'm not fear with do star. I'm not fear with. He must say take out the Garrison.
But he can't take out the Garrison.
The person
take out the Garrison. PNP can win not in one seat, one more seat.
All right, G.
Him gone. I'm ready to come for talk to him gone.
No man, I'm still there.
So you have a reason with the Garrison. For reason fear. And you have a truth yourself. You have a truth yourself. You can't reason by it. You have a kind of how you see it.
One I think what we want to understand, him a PNP, so him have a see through the orange. But when me look on it, to be honest with you, Terland gone far.
Terland done deal.
So yeah, him just want another win if he call it CFC.
You can call Terland CFC, you know.
Yeah, man. See, and if you're going to be honest, you're going to know so Terland out of sight.
Apart from the individual people, them, who not talk about now. The work with the administration I do, not take no effect. The year when we now no taxes, no new taxes, that now no playing in the next election.
Yeah.
After we used to get taxes every year. Now we got 9 years and none tax. That now
no, that's why what
Jamaicans have short memory in them.
No,
that now impact.
No,
hold on.
That's why 1 second. That's why Dan and this could have come out and because remember we Jamaica mostly vote for leader, not much as MP. And when Dan and this can come out and say Andrew Fury up by 7 points something,
Yeah.
We know so that I know 7 or 20.
All right. So I scale him, try to scale down to get to the 7.5 now.
Politics, that is very true. I would have said double the number, but nevertheless, I said 20. I'll go with that.
No, some of you just in a politics, on the talk politics of emotion. I'm a campaign manager.
Yeah, whether you want campaign manager or not.
Hold on.
Campaign manager don't mean nothing, brother.
One at a time, please.
Yeah, but we know that
him say, no, hold on, politics. Him said the PNP was divided.
Make sure we talk and then I come in.
2% of the voting get 2% of the votes. Nobody come with that. All of you, this and that we are putting have nothing to do with it. You're not qualified, no argument based on the fact that you were a campaign manager. Like that's old politics, old time something that was back then. The dynamics have changed, and that you need to admit to. And politics, like you said, the whole number of 7.5 would have doubled it, but you said 20 and I'll work with that. You know why? Because he has to present the data in a way that makes it not look so bad from PNP, because nobody face of this earth not going to fight against the argument that and this is in favor of the PNP. We all know.
But politics.
But here's an important point. Here's an important point. If you look into the numbers of the poll, that's only reported on the top 5 issues. Him no mention the impact of education, he no mention the impact of no new taxes, as the brother mentioned. He no mention none of the top 5 things he report on. And in Dan Anderson reported, he only reported on 70.1% of the respondents, 20.9% of the information in the report. It's not in the report that has been reported nationally. So even in that 29%, you have to look on what amount of mileage the JLP would have gotten. Look into the report pan and talking about and here's another trick where them play with the data. Almost 1 of every 3 say they cannot see. Almost. That means no, and a 1 out of every 3, you know. I see that, you know. It's not 1 out of every, it's less than 30% of the actual number, because if you look, all right, 3 might work off. When you look on dividing 3 into making it 100, a 30+% it will account for if it was 1, and almost 1 it never got to 1. So less than 30% of the data when I respond to, when I reported, had said that means a 70+% have a different view from when I report pan. I report it another way, them a combo almost 1.
How much person
every 3?
No 1,000.
Almost 1. Sir, let me finish my point. Let me make my point now, sir. Sir, you just talk a while ago to me, say me feel listen, and I did just that. Why can't you share the same sentiment? Listen. No, check the report again, politics, as me say. Pay attention. Almost 1 of every 3. So they must
feel like you can listen.
You're right.
You're
right, Travis, man. It's just a
rubbish. You might talk about almost 1 of every 3 can't see nothing good. And when you look deeper into the same piece of data, there only the top 5 issues them my report pan. And again, let me repeat it, guys. Almost 1 of every 3 is 30%. And it didn't even get to the exact 30%. Have meant that 70+% of the people say good things. So they make them with them headlines and them choice of words fool you. If you look into the number itself and look into the thing yourself, you can see that the narrative where them are push is counter to what actually are produced. Yeah, no come in now. So what I say.
Yeah, him say the PNP was divided when the PNP lost. That's what he said. So is the PNP united now? That's a question.
Fully united. Fully united. Right. You're in our party. You're in our party. You know what?
No, but why so much people is crossing over to the JLP right now in public and letting them know? So much influential people.
Who cross over no significance to the because JLP cross over to.
Okay, if PNP party can't unite right now.
Listen
to me, man. Every man will be behind my own.
When election call out in the election, what I go do?
So them just standing there because of the time, brother.
What
Everybody that's there,
look here, we need to take some tranquilizer.
No man,
We
one
need
man,
to take
one-
some
one-
tranquilizer
one at a time,
because
one at a
election night. Because we want 18 seats. Listen, we want 18 seats, and the 18 seats are there.
You're a losing campaign.
Plus the battlegrounds, the 18 seats are there because we're taking two in Florida because
But I
you
think I
cannot
18
beat
seats
Richard
that
as a
I beat them.
Let me tell you something, okay. The
There's no
150% sure. So the 4 seat when I sentence
We can tell you that already about the campaign.
150% sure. At the night of the
But you said
election,
something-
the
you
4
said
seat
something
not
good,
St.
you know.
Elizabeth will not be a part of that 18.
You said something good. There is no swing. Okay. you
There's
said-
no swing in Jamaica, brother.
Talk to me.
And we win 2007 when any youth were born in the 80s, you know, man, and we make them see the 2007. So no, we are talking about. We talk about swinging, brother. There's no swing in Jamaica, brother.
Let me hear him. Let me hear. Okay, you
Tell
say
about the
this.
canvas, brother, man. I don't want to hear that. My mother in her 60s, she never voted. She a Christian. She have a vote.
Politics, brother.
That alone we can use market.
You know, for any government. Hold on, Sandra, you know that for anyone at a party, if it JLP, if anyone can retain 40%, no 40 seat is a swing. You see any swing?
Politics.
Politics.
Hold on there,
guy, Martin.
Hold on there. Politics. Every man. Where you stand up on the stage.
Hold on. More him tell me if him say any swing in here. Because for the PNP, if you win a massive swing, if it take place. You
Politics. So listen to that man. The man there a propagandist, man. Okay, for propaganda.
You don't reason politics to be properly. You don't understand politics. You don't know what the canvas is all about.
Let him say where man say. We there. I mean,
Comrade.
Guess what?
No, politics want to ask my question. When you said earlier.
No, you know, answer me yet. Because I say I swing, me worry about.
All right. Politics.
This
and politics.
Politics, too much people talk
about the time with the PNP campaign. Hold on, okay.
No,
you can't make a swing.
Because everybody are out talk, man, and depending if you ask your question, I cannot answer.
No, I may answer me now.
Yes, I'm saying that this election coming up is not going to be a walkover for neither the PNP nor the JLP. You understand? But I said there are some constituencies that are going to swing towards the PNP, that the PNP lost.
But hold on, sorry if it cut you, but you know
none of them now swing. I want more landslide again. Not swing. Not one now swing.
You know, though, in a Jamaica.
Nathaniel, calm down, please.
You know, in a Jamaica, some countries only go in a swing. You know that, right?
Yes.
So me, I said, do you see anything if said there will be a swing in our next general election, couple months or a week from now?
Yes. The Prime Minister's constituency is going to swing to the PNP, and I'm not doubt that.
You know what? You better make come off of that page because I can't take
Take over.
Guys, hold on.
Yo, comrade.
We need to calm down your reasoning. Come on, guys, hold on. We need to calm down your reasoning.
Me give up. Me done.
No, but then that's the Patrick Rivers that we lost.
Come on, let me just chime in. Hey, we are intelligent. May I give everybody then time and hold on. See, we're gonna start with rig trigger because since I've been on, we don't hear nothing from you. Nathaniel, you've Botti and Showski have had a chance. I've had a chance. We're gonna start with rig trigger.
All right.
Let him speak, please, people.
All right. I want to go to history where Steve brought up a while ago. In 1986, when they had a parish council election, we saw a major swing. That's not something we can deny because history is there to prove it. Recently, we had two contested parish council by-election, the one in St. Thomas and the one in Clarendon. Both of those, the PNP won. However, if we look at net gain, the JLP had a greater net gain at the end of the day where the election is concerned, which goes to show that the PNP, the people, the voting populace are not voting against the Jamaica. It was a kingly contest seat. So where Mr. O'Keefe is talking about the Prime Minister seat are going to lose, it doesn't make sense to come out with the raw emotion. Currently, we're not seeing no swing where the people are diverting from the Jamaica Labour Party. Let us make that clear. Mr. Campaign Manager, do you agree with anything I just said, sir?
Okay.
I
said that the Prime Minister seat will be going to the PNP. In the last parish council election.
But hold on, boss. I mean, you yield, please. I made reference. Hold on, sir. I made reference to the contested by-election with parish in terms of net gain. Who had the greater net gain, even though the PNP won?
When you talk about the net gain, who won the election? Who won it?
Boss man, answer question, man. Me ask you who had the greater net gain in both.
I didn't check the stats. I didn't check the stats. If
you're coming here to say you're coming here to say you're speaking on behalf of your party, you must have the numbers.
No, but I am saying, I mean, I got the Prime Minister can constituents to the answer your question. I'm going to answer your question because it don't matter. Indian Town always win by the PNP. You have more PNP in Indian Town. More than anything, right?
The point, you see, where I made reference to you was in 1986. The people have voted against the government. Right now, we don't have a swing of a vote against the Jamaica Labour Party.
The parish council election showed it that the Jamaica Labour Party is in trouble.
And even so, the PNP never won it.
Huh?
Did the PNP win the parish council election? Yes or no?
Even Stephen.
If you have 13 parish council municipalities, you have one way here and you have 12.
14 municipalities. It's 14 you have.
They cannot afford it. What? No, so what? You are trying to make Portmore become a parish now? Is that why you coming here to say they can't Portmore a parish? Are the members go sit in Portmore?
Okay. Rig, sorry, I'm muted. Rig, I muted you. Starboy, hold on, Starboy. Rig, I'm muted and I muted O'Keefe because nobody na yield. I'll make sure, hold on, nobody na yield. If you're gonna give Portmore Independence Municipality and the count, that means the JLP would have won St. Catherine. I don't know if you know that, Mr. O'Keefe, but that's the information I like to bring to you. And you have Google at your fingertips to use it to question that if you want to fight that. May I ask you, O'Keefe, just like I stated before, bring back in evidence to your argument. This whole emotion, it not go work. And no matter how many times you talk that frivolous argument about Prime Minister seat going to the PNP, it does not make it happen. You could have wished from now till tomorrow. Your talking won't make it happen.
Because you're talking emotionally, when him?
I'm not talking.
You're talking.
Somebody else can't talk to me.
Just look at the parish council results.
O'Keefe, may I tell you something? O'Keefe, this is something. Listen to history about Jamaica. Hold on, brother.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Yeah, man.
Go on.
I'm just going to tell him about parish council.
Go ahead.
Because
go ahead.
They can't really use parish council as a marker. Because I can tell us the last election with Siaga win in Jamaica was a parish council election. And then 2011, I think PJ, no, 2011, 2002, PJ party to win the election. So at the end of the day, you can't.
Nah, man. I think
2002, Siaga lose the election then. The first council election before that, Siaga win that by a big margin.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Local government and general election,
go ahead.
They are two different creatures. While a person might not like a councillor, the characteristics of a councillor and a member of parliament are two different things. And persons generally lined up to vote for a prime minister rather to say put the entire focus into a member of parliament. So even if a member of parliament is performing poorly, electorate might go and vote as a my prime minister come below my prime minister do well. So try to compare a local government election with a general election to say the outcome is going to be one and the same. It's not true. It's rubbish. Anybody who takes that position is not thinking clearly. You can use it as a marker to analyze what you need to do on the ground, but to say you're going to get the same result in terms of...
You're being kind. It's a ludicrous argument. It's a ludicrous argument, and to top it off, the PNP did not win the parish council election.
I agree with
that. Ludicrous argument.
And guys, remember our local government act does not talk about mayor. It has parishes.
Hold on, guy, but we're not beg a second. We're not
parishes and municipal corporations.
We're not beg a second. So, Imachai said the PNP or the Prime Minister underperform. When you look at Olympic Garden, the council they would get 2,700 votes, 70 votes, while PNP get 1,000. When you look at Olympic Garden, that are Mullins, you would see where the council 1,000 would have do PNP again 1,180 votes for 800. When you look at, so that makes sense.
Brother, I would never entertain the argument, the politics.
No, but politics. Politics.
So when you look on in a PM, this so, but we have to tell the people, when you look, the PM seat even more perform better than then this time. So right now, we say, okay, you just have all on pasture. I don't know nothing about politics.
I'll joke, you see? The PM is leading by 7.5 points nationally. And the person who is running against him, I bet you 90% of Jamaica don't
Nobody don't know him.
But politics. I follow politics and I don't know him. Who is it?
I don't know him.
Politics. Politics.
Yeah.
All right. All right. We're going to use Rhoda then because Rhoda showed on a giant. See? But if I check Rhoda division, a 4 division, right? But what happened down there? The PNP wipe it off, but get the point is, what Rhoda beat Bunting by in the 2020 is about 8,000 and but the PNP only scored 7,500 or something in the local government election. So what he must say, we can't see points, he must say, you understand the point, man? So when you must say local government election proves the JLP get wiped out, a foolish. Because if you go and do all the numbers, brother, and first him so we might tell lie, say 120,000 PNP never vote in local government. What amount we get in the 2016, what was the average, and 2020 compared to 20 to 24 in general election. So there's no way a lie might tell because election of 432,000 was the popular vote. In a 2020, at 408,000 and change at the popular vote. So what he must say, 120 people never go vote for the PNP. I'm mad argument that I say my campaign manager.
Let me tell you why they must say the Prime Minister seat go swing into the man. Buchanan, the man is a known criminal, literally. That's why they must say that they are expecting a lot of shenanigans to go on in the seat. I tell you from when, it's when all of the thieving used to go on, that the man they used to be at the helm of it. So these are the things they are expecting to happen. At that, they have a plan in the Prime Minister constituency, nothing else.
Oh, I'm going to try Jackie.
Last week.
Yeah.
Last week. You see that argument there, we'll clear the argument there up with this thing about Prime Minister. Them argument, they don't listen to them.
Yeah, I feel like you're right.
Paul Buchanan, you know, from
We should kill the argument and not even entertain.
Guys, I am not saying we should entertain it.
No, man, I'm not talking you know, last week.
No, we just tell you no why they must say that.
Yeah, but
tell you no why they must say that.
They must say Buchanan lose and then run. Buchanan.
Politics, you remember a man named Bonnie Witter who used to run against Siaga?
No, not.
Every year them say every year him say I go win. Siaga. When he run election time come, you don't get more than 100 votes. All the matches lane alone vote for him. Yo, same thing Patrick Rabal just said it now. Yo, if you know the politics, I know from when the PM win that.
As bad as
man.
Then did love Patrick Robert.
Yeah, man, Paul Buchanan are the same man where my mother did have the issue, you know, with the apartment, you know.
So now him Juliet kick when put and run him win him by near 4,000 votes.
Oh. So politics, yes, we are tell me say. Which Juliet? Andrew wife?
No, the other one. Cuthbert.
So woman beat him up. Woman beat him up, making him run.
Yes, but 4,000 votes.
Politics, I want to say something about this thing here. I don't want to prolong the conversation about what O'Keefe said. But these people have motives, you know. They have a motive to put forward these conversations. That's what Nashika just said. I'm also putting it out there. That is the psychological gain their pain. Because if their supporters hear that Mr. Holness is going to lose his seat, it's a boost for them. When Labour listen to this rubbish, them supposed to active in their shoes. Now, to put context to the conversation, and Prime Minister Holness won the seat in 1997. Before you went there, come on, there's a nice day, man. Can't be distracting each other like that, man. It's not nice for us to be talking and whoop mics, right? It's so distracting, it's very distracting. Thank you. So, it was a marginal seat before 1997 when Prime Minister won the seat. And since Prime Minister won that seat in 97, it is now one of the safest JLP seats. Let that sink in. That seat over there where the Prime Minister is now on the safe block. Another seat that is safe, which was a PNP seat before, is Centre Northeast, where Matthew Samuel is. That was a PNP seat before Shiny went there. It is now a JLP seat. And that is why it is becoming increasingly difficult for the PNP to win the election, because they are surrendering some of them safe seats and some of them marginal seats. The two Juliets have now anchored in those two seats, West Rural and East Rural.
Yeah, man, I believe it. Yeah.
People is now anchored in a fair seat, so they can't win. And
as I said, I think not connected. A lot of people now look fun.
Yeah, so look at the dynamics.
When before Favor go there.
Yes.
My man, they used to win by 6,000 because it's not a big constituency.
It's the most marginal city in Jamaica, you know.
When the guy did it with them send us straight, him used to win by a close margin, but the two party used to be in a 6,000 region.
200 vote, 100, 200, 300 the most.
You know, Favor lift it bar where she get 7,000 add votes, so she gone in a
different realm.
A different where PNP never reached.
Yes, I think she won by 500 votes the last time.
Correct him. May I tell you something? May I say something this morning here, may I say? Regarding the constituency, because may I show you how the constituency the normal way we must say are just rubbish. But Andrew.
Let's say me not like here, brother.
Here this not politics, man. Me listen Karen Cross, you know. Karen Cross say, you know. I'm not a riser, I'm not happy, I'm not a Labourite, but I'm voting for Andrew Holness. He's my Prime Minister, he's my MP. That show you something not normal right there. That's coming out of the constituent itself. A Jewsland. You get me?
Yeah.
So what O'Keefe
Roberts was no match for Mr. Holness. Nobody can go beat it.
Well, I know. What O'Keefe want to convince us of is this: that a MP who has given so many to his constituents, and when they look at housing, for example, I don't believe no, well, no, let me not say that. But in the current cohort, of politicians in the current cohort, nobody surpasses him in terms of social development and housing in their respective constituency. Nobody surpasses the PM, right? And you mean for them say the people are going to vote out this year, man, yeah? He's a complete like stranger. Somebody just because he's PNP.
All man when ND is done.
And I like to them
Because
earlier,
he's
I just straight PNP, a Cockburn Pen, Olympic Garden, one of them places on a PNP.
Yeah, and I like how like a young man with just a come in a way I say.
That is my point. That is my point. Politics.
A senior man.
That is my point. Politics. When you go in that the constituency and look at the development that he has brought to the constituency over the many years, it is laughable. So for O'Keefe to come here and say that. Absolutely laughable. The man just do John's Road. We had the whole country talking. And when he sent John's Road or something like that, the housing development that he did,
yes,
apartment style complex. And he just break ground again for one day.
Yeah, but I don't want to start again.
Yeah, and just break ground for one the other day.
Olympic race and Olympic race and Ipstrip, you know. Olympic way.
Yeah.
No, if I said that, I could have talked to him again in a minute.
No, sir, the man waste time, man. I waste precious time.
I would have never hold a conversation.
I suppose the guy move to something else now.
Politics, I want to make a look unknown. Guys, I have a 3-part video series on my page where I expose the PNP rent-to-own policy. For one, it was never the PNP's idea. So when you hear Mark Golding talking about rent-to-own, the feasibility study of rent-to-own was already on the Prime Minister's desk from 2017. PNP put that in their manifesto in 2020, and they spoke about it for the first time in 2019, 2 years after it was on the Prime Minister's desk. So I expose it on why the NHT Commission Board says that the rent-to-own policy should be avoided. So they can watch it. Yeah?
Yeah, man, a full comprehensive report he did on it, people. All the evidence,
cousins in a parliament.
Documentary proof to show the whole journey of rent to own. It has been taught. Guys, when you come on,
PNP bill capture and Jamaica.
Be cognizant of the fact that we're having a conversation here. You're coming on, check your background. What is it sounding like? You know, you come on, if your background have a little sound, you mute your mic. You know, just come on and just start the whole thing. Connecting just spoke about it. So people who are listening, 200 plus of us, please, when you join the conversation, come in nice and neat. There's room for all of us to have this discussion. Yeah, man. As politics, I say it's a waste of time to talk to that demander because he's not going off no factual evidence, nothing to back his argument. It's just that he's saying it, and his argument is, oh, me know more than all of them. Me a campaign manager, me a teacher, me a educated, me this and me that. Nothing else to back his argument. Because you want 18 seats, that is going to require a swing. Where is the proof of an impending swing? Please tell us. We're not seeing it on the campaign trail. We're not seeing it in the polls. We're not seeing it.
Especially on the campaign, we're not seeing no way on the campaign. Even at the strongest seat, we don't see that. We don't see no swing.
But politics.
Sorry.
That we are missing. Very important part of the equation we're missing. You see, 1972, the PNP swept the ball. 1989. PNP swept the ball. 2011, PNP swept the ball. JLP won a clincher 2007, not a clincher 2016. The PNP is not known to win clinchers. And if the election is close, as they are saying it is close, O'Keefe himself is saying, can you imagine him just said before, you know, that the election is close, it's going to be a close election between the PNP and the JLP. And then he go back and say, Prime Minister will lose the seat. But the man is a madman.
Exactly.
I mean, my country, if you want to tell me that, you know.
Exactly.
That is so true.
No, man, man's a crazy man.
It's not a walkover. He stated that is not a walkover. Then go
that's a good way to look for the corrected.
No, man, but the man just said, you know, in the same sentence, you know, the man said the election very close. And the man said the PM who have a seat from 1997 and a bill up and a extended margin. The passenger roads gallop, can't take no more beating. And then said, no, look at high for one woman. It do the easy of a Buchanan to win Juliet Cuthbert. Then we go cover, I mean, man, jump out of fire, man, jump in a fire. You understand? And him come out with the foolishness about Mr. Holness. It was a psychological thing that he wanted to put in the people, in the supporters' head. Say, boy, if the Prime Minister going to lose, now we need to go hard. And at the same time, the people them in the Labour Party, you know, weak, fragile and frail supporters. They're supposed to get weak and weaker. But
nobody now got to
what a rubbish that, man. What a rubbish.
And in my eyes, you know, connecting, I make a point. In my eyes, you know, when people say, oh, it's close and rated, blah, 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 or tough for the government, it has nothing to do with the performance of the government or anything, you know. But the Westminster system set up like that, you know, if we understand the system, you know. Because it would be like for England, you never see a man rule through in Britain. So if you accomplish a feature like that, it's not that easy task, bro.
No, man, but even Prime Minister say it, and that's why,
that's why he said that we can't sit down comfortably. We have to go there and do the work.
That is it.
Every vote count. Get out there and make your X beside the bell.
That is it.
And tell your neighbor, yo, we are going to vote Labour. You see, it is, and I've been saying it all morning. We're on a different type of campaign. The politics that exists in the Labour Party is different. And I'm asking all of my JLP people from a long time, from Siaga, maybe some Shira days, guys, it's day. It's a new era. The old things that you were expecting or is accustomed to and is looking for, that now run the cut right now. It is not running the cut. This Prime Minister is going to keep working, cutting ribbon, breaking ground, handing over houses straight to the very day of election. That's what it is. And the work does not stop. He is not going to stop the economical activities of the country for 2 months for election. It is feasible. It's not workable. It's not practical. It don't make sense to do that. This country, and remember, you see one, you know, about Jamaica recovery, about the economical standing, and we want to put the economical activities on pause for election. No, we're not into it. The Prime Minister signed the agreement and run this country straight to it.
After that,
go ahead, man.
Remember, guys, with Prime Minister of over 30 years in politics, he has a doctorate, he has a degree in economics, right? He knows what he is doing. He is the man who gave us Dr. Nigel Clark. He is the man who went for Faber Williams in the private sector. He is the one who went for Miss R.J. Marks, also in the private sector. He was the one who went for Dana Morris over by UWI. He was the one who went for Turlong. When you look at the makeup of the Jamaica Labour Party and the caliber that he puts in terms of his ministry, come on, man, trust him now. Trust him, trust the process, and stop being doubtful terms and spreading the fear and the mongering against other supporters. Trust the party and the party's machinery. You see the Prime Minister out there, them call the workers' meeting, and people come and them celebrate and them talk. That is a form of campaigning now, guys. What you have to do, and he told us what he told us months before. He said he will speak to every single constituency, every single party worker that exists. Then and there, he will think about calling an election. Then and there, because that is a form of reassuring, because if you don't have a good party working system, you don't feel and lose election. So allow the Prime Minister to do what he's doing. He's knowledgeable. And me tell you, he have good advice with all of the people them sitting around him. You need to make a Labour Party will go sit by so and just with our PNP. No,
I'll say this. You see, in a political environment that is full of, just propaganda and argument and going back and forth, weak candidates thrive. In this atmosphere of decency, factual information, weak candidates just make a bag of knives and cuss, and people look upon them and are like, what? We don't realize how every time when we see one new release or the PNP say, we just get annoyed. I want you to look into the comments when you go on social media or when the news outlets put out something that the PNP say. It's the same reaction people have. People are like, at one point people say, oh, the PNP, if they get in a power, they might go cure world hunger. Because they might promise so much things, because that's all they can do right now. That's all they can do, and do name calling, and everybody done, and everybody a thief, and everybody is corrupted. And they refuse to tell the Jamaican people the way forward. They can't present a way forward. And you touch a very valid point just now. You said to look at the cohort of candidates that is in the Labour Party, and you touch some very high-profile individuals. Some of them are billionaires. Yeah? Built billion-dollar businesses in Jamaica. And one of the roughest in the 90s too. Right? And when you look at the cohort of PNP candidates, I do not believe they can even maintain what we got going now. Much more to improve on it. They do not have the caliber, the requisite caliber or experience. Nothing.
And Travi, a lot of people are hearing saying that. Our PNP mayor said that,
The opposition we.
You know, if you hear about one video, we pop on it. And we talk. And they must we say, oh, see who can be in the cabinet there.
It's no joke, guys. Let's do it. Let's look into it. Kamina Smith-Johnson versus Angela Brownberg.
Oh God, Amber. No contest. No.
Kamina Smith-Johnson speak, I think, 4 to 5 different languages.
I just want to win a little bit and
Hold on, connecting. I want you guys to pay attention to how she handled the foreign negotiations concerning the Cuban doctors and American, while everybody in the care pick up their mouth and make data. And as Andrew needs to say something, Andrew and Kamina said nothing. Nevertheless, Mr. Rubio came to Jamaica, and you see the result of it. You see the travel advisory against Jamaica change. That is how you handle foreign negotiation. Now take into account also the Palestinian and Israel war. When Kamina refrained from voting and being any part of that thing, you know what Angela Brownberg do, the opposition spokesperson? She go and raise Palestinian flag, pick a side in a war that has nothing to do with us. Why would you do something like that? They don't understand diplomacy. She don't understand the assignment. And as such, Jamaica, we can't make the mistake to trade out Kamina Smith-Johnson for Angela Brownberg.
Can't read the room, Javi. Can't read the room.
Cannot.
But if you allow me, see?
Yes, sir.
A very salient point was raised about, how Prime Minister Holness has been unpicking these persons. But the chess move started when Mr. Siaka picked him, pick Prime Minister Holness as a member of Parliament, to join the Labour Party. It started with him, and it continued with Bruce. And Bruce virtually anointed him to become the well, I got anointed him, but Bruce actually identified him to take over leadership from him. As a matter of fact, when Bruce resigned, it was a major blow to the Labour Party, because the Labour was saying no, sir. And his cap, as a matter of fact, the entire MP they met with him, and I was, frankly, was seeing much further. But if you look at some of the moves that have been made, look at some of the ministers beyond those that we have named. His Tufton was not seen as a minister of health, I don't think so. Of course, with a bad
business.
Huh?
His education is in business.
Yes, exactly. So nobody had seen him before he was appointed. Look at what he's doing in health.
I have to run, guys. But Chavi, connecting to that, we need to do a comparative live of all of these candidates.
Yes.
Dr. Dawes versus Christopher Tufton.
Yes.
And we highlight the positive and done with them with the negative. So
that's a good suggestion, winner.
We need to do something like that.
Yeah, man.
All right, later, guys.
Cool.
Big up, Puna.
Even his selection with Rhoda Crawford in central Manchester and Tova Hamilton in Philan in Northern. Those were perfect selections, you know. Both of them are from the respective constituencies. Even they know the place. Well, another game changer, you know, was the appointment of Ambassador Bolt. The recent appointment of Ambassador Bolt, because that kind of quell the SSL argument, you know.
And I think that's a small part of the benefits of doing that, you know, that you're mentioning. You do believe that's a small part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, definitely, because I mean, somebody with the image of Bolt, we really need him as a brand ambassador for tourism, to market tourism better.
Mr. Friend, the PM go Bolt father funeral. We don't hear another. Where's Bolt money?
Everybody quiet.
From Bolt turn ambassador for Jamaica. We don't hear another.
No.
Where's Bolt money? Never know say what.
Every comment, yellow.
But like I said, while that is very, you know, is funny and it's a good point, I really do believe that's a small part of it, because I'll tell you this: Bolt is a global icon. And
the man is a global ambassador for tourism, you know.
To have him representing brand Jamaica globally, yeah. His stature on the
big move, that man. Big move, that huge.
That's a big move.
Huge.
That's a big move.
Before long, after a while, you might find him in the parliament. Who knows?
Well, that is yet to come. I can't speak to that. But I'll segue into comparing Edmund Bartlett versus Janice Allen, given that you
actually your opposite.
Yes, spokesperson and tourism. I want to bring you to what's the place called? Sheikah Heights in Montego Bay. What's the place called that
Rose Heights.
Rose Heights. The type of nasty politics that she's playing. And graffiti. We have passed that level of long time. We're not going back to those dark days. No, we are not. As a matter of fact, that's why I respect the mayor of Montego Bay, because when the election is done, this should be rid of these paraphernalias, and the beauty and allure of the community is allowed to be on show. That's what needs to happen. And she's such a hypocrite. I watched a video of her talking about community tourism. She has been long talking about it, not just one video, about that is part of her plan and her idea for the tourism ministry to integrate the communities, have tourists come out and go into the communities. With you just come out and spray paint and do this graffiti to give the community a bad image. That's the community tourism that you're selling. These people are hypocrites at the highest level, and I can't stop saying it. We're gonna give away an experience, yeah? Tourism minister in Ed Bartlett for you. As a matter of fact, I want to show you something, PNP, that Edmund Bartlett is undisputed. You have Wickham McNeil on your side, who has served many years as tourism minister, but you couldn't put him back up against Edmund Bartlett, because you know he's no match. So to bring about this new person, don't give me this argument about he doesn't have a seat, because Janice does not have a seat either. So we don't want to hear that. And don't tell me he can't be the opposition spokesperson, because Dayton Campbell not have seat, neither Senate nor in the executive. You understand me? So me don't want to hear the argument from anybody. The fact is, he is no match for Mr. Bartlett and his team. A matter of fact, no one in the region is a match for him. I And when you look at the current cohort that we have set up, no country in the region cannot rival this administration that we have.
But when it comes down to the PM, you know, to exchange the PM for Baka British, it's like you'll be exchanging a neurosurgeon. It's like you have brain problem, you have brain tumor, and instead of you use the experienced neurosurgeon, you resort to a medical intern.
That is correct. That is correct. That is hiring an intern for the in place of an experienced campaigner.
That's the only way I could compare here. You have brain issues, you have brain tumor, and instead of seeking the help of an experienced neurosurgeon, you resort to a medical intern. Contrast between this side and their side. All the ministers versus who they have in the shadow cabinet. Look at Senator Bunting compared to Dr. Champ. Senator Bunting resigned publicly from the post, you know. Cheers.
The man admitted failure.
No, but you see, it is just that the Prime Minister of the day didn't have the insight to accept the resignation. What he demonstrated was a public resignation. Peter Bunting.
And it's not he went on to Ian Boyne's program and Ian Boyne grilled him. You hear what he said? He works at the Prime Minister who appointed him. The man disregarded the public and the public outcry for him to resign. He must say, them can't tell me nothing, only somebody can move the Prime Minister.
And the Prime Minister lacked the vision to accept the resignation. Prime Minister really should have invited him in with the document that he resigned publicly. That statement represented a public resignation. Look what Africa has done in the what? It's about 7 years now, 2018, yeah? 7 years. He's came to repeat a feat that was only done by the Labour Party in 1981. It's massive reduction in homicide. It happened when Sasiaga was PM and this gentleman Winston Squad was the Minister of National Security. 44 years ago it happened. And it took another 44 years and the PNP in power for 19 consecutive years. And homicide went up under them to almost that's it. Joshua, when we mute that mic, Joshua, you are the yes one. Mute Joshua. Yeah, you know. So they had a very long run. And if you look at this crime stats under their watch, homicide went from 561 in 1991 to 1,674 in 2005. That is what the PNP, the legacy of the PNP participants. That is their legacy. High homicide rate. We are don't know. And I'm expecting it to go under 500 this year. And I tell you something, you know. The Prime Minister was making a speech, you know, and some of the things that I have been repeating for quite a few months now. Up to yesterday I wasn't alive, and I told the people that, look here, we are going back to the 1960s homicide. And here, Prime Minister only saying the same thing yesterday. Yesterday, I heard him saying that we at one stage we were 3 to every 100,000. We were like 3. We had the same stat as the United States of America. And he said, we are going back there.
3 in every 100,000 is the number he quoted.
Eh?
3 in every 100,000 is the
number. You understand? And I looked at those numbers in the 60s, and the ICE homicide within the 60s. He came, he started to work. Then left office, Tasiaga brought it down back, gave them back 434, and then come back again, the same thing happened. Then come back in 2011, December, they want to come back 2012, January. The same thing happened. When they left office, the homicide was going up again. So 3 times that they saw power in this country. 3 times. So if we want to maintain this low homicide rate, if we want to go back to homicide rate of in the 1960s, we have to government in power in 2025. And the people should not take it for granted, you know. That because the homicide going down now, that it will continue to go down and the PNP. No, that's not their record. Their record is that every time that they come in office, homicides go up. And it's because of how they manage. They empower Dans and they told us that they're going back to it. They told us that, you know. That they'll be empowering their henchmen and their gangsters and their Dans to run communities. And these are some of the things that have contributed to the high homicide rate.
Mark Golden has said it connecting in no uncertain terms. He says that he wants to give back the power to the garrison.
Yes.
He was interviewed on television and he stated that, you know, he wants to give influential figures in the community the opportunity to run the community. Now, while those words may sound somewhat squeaky clean, if you're anything but Jamaican, you would have known exactly that the operative word is they want to give Dons the reign of the communities again.
Something that is a monumental failure. Something to be a monumental failure.
Yes, man. Sir Joshua, I sound like you want to make a contribution. Good afternoon. How you
doing, man?
I would love to, you know. Good afternoon to all in the box and those in the chat. Whether you are P or L, P or no P, whether you're friends or enemies, good afternoon. You know, connecting, I can concur with what you have just said. I remember the first time I heard you mention that this year that the crime is going to be under 600. I found it to be almost ridiculous, I must confess. Right, but I said, let me keep my mouth closed and observe and see why would you make such a statement, right? Because I don't know you as a man who speaks frivolously. So I decided to keep my mouth closed and keep my ears open and my eyes open. Based on where things are now, if you minus 48% from 1100, man, we'll be going under 500. Or no, right, we'll be just above 500 if you minus 44% from 1100. We'll be going just above 500. But we shouldn't be surprised. A couple of months ago, the Prime Minister made a statement by which TikTok Emperor, which is Reedy, decided to make it his mission to criticize the Prime Minister. He and those who choose to follow him over there. And I know that they are screen recording on my name and so reach a video. I really don't care. But they made it their mission to criticize the Prime Minister because of the statement that he had made then. I don't know how much of us remembered it. When he said, we now have the technology when we can find you. And TikTok Emperor decided to take it up along with the followers. Thank God one young man over there saw the light and decided not to be with them anymore. Right, and of course the Emperor never liked it and decided to chide the young man even though he never called his name. So when we connect what the Prime Minister said then about the technology that exists to find you with what the police has been saying and with what former Commissioner Anthony Anderson, Major Anthony Anderson, had also said, then we see why we're experiencing what we're now experiencing. But one other thing I find very interesting, my brother Travi, I want to greet you especially. Special greeting to you.
Travi run gone as they come, man. I don't know when gone.
All right.
Before you continue, sir, I need to pull you up. When I call you, answer me later, sir. Have a good afternoon.
Rig out. I never ever say it up online, honestly. God bless it, my brother. How you doing? You know, answer me,
Not bad at all, man. Continue with your thing, man. Not
bad at all. Your brother, man.
No, man, I don't want to touch things, man. Don't do such things. All right, go on talk, go on talk.
Yes. One of the things I have. Where was I? What was I saying?
Talk about Reedy
You were
and
making reference of Reedy and the young man who run away or something.
you that
Due to the
must
fact that the Prime Minister
remember one
of the
Reedy.
technology.
Commissioner Anderson too.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Commissioner Anderson spoke about it. One of the things I find quite interesting, and I will put an adjectival clause before, which is, well, it's not a clause, but an adjectival word before it, is hypocritically interesting. Is that the same set of persons who are now lauding the police when crime was high, they criticize the PM and say it was his fault. But the same PM who has made it possible through equipment, funding, vehicles, better training, greater manpower. Whilst it's important that we credit the police because the job couldn't have been done without them, those same set of persons have not found the decency within their heart, the moral fortitude to say, yes, we beat him, but we have now seen wherein the plans that he announced in 2018, they are now materializing. Operation Secure Jamaica, which was announced in 2018, and the stick-to-itiveness that was required to get it done, is finally reaping fruits. No, these hypocrites, both in terms of so-called civil society, because they are not civil at all, right? And not to mention Peter Dumting, right? Who stood before the nation and said the only thing that can help us is divine intervention. Maybe the Lord intervened divinely by having this Prime Minister there so that we could indeed begin to reap successes in this arena as well as in other areas. No, but they don't have the decency. They can't find it within them. I want to take the time out, whether anyone else chooses to do it or not, and credit this government for the stellar work that they have done. The almost insurmountable task of bringing down what has often been referred to as the crime monster, right? And now, we can say thank God for such, we can say thank God. There are other contributions that I want to make, but I'm heading out on the road, and when I return, by the grace of God, if you're still on, I can. If not, then another live. But I want to say that this election is not a walkover, and we must never take it for granted. And I think we're beginning to count our chickens before they hatch. And I know I may be beaten for saying that, but it's true.
Oh, you're right. You're 100% right.
Do not count your chickens before they hatch.
Just before you come on, Joshua, I have been saying to the people, we have to go out there and do the work, and it's on this day that all will be one. You understand? I won't even say the other one, but all will be one on D-Day. So we got to go out there and put in the votes. That has been, just before you come on, I did say that.
Great. I've been trying to get us to understand that, well, I haven't said it in this manner before, but I'm going to say it. Achievement don't win election in Jamaica. In spite of the great achievement alone don't win elections in Jamaica. Jamaica is a strange place. What win election, a lot of the time, is rhetoric and sound political maneuverings. right? And we must never take it for granted that we have it in the bag until we have done.
Reach it 32.
Yep.
Huh?
Yeah, man. We see.
Until we reach it 32.
We see it, and we have been.
I don't
We
want
have
to
been
stop
preaching that
32
message.
because the last time we had 32, the opposition opposed us.
No, I just said to reach, so we want to reach